I be flossing. I be flossing.
Chainsaw Man is extraordinary. It's like the cocaine you find in your local bowling alley. You sniff it once, and you can't stop getting enough of it. This show defied all my expectations. When you see the name Chainsaw Man, I'm not necessarily thinking this is going to be the anime of the year. That name is quite possibly the funniest name I've ever heard in an anime. Imagine if there was a show named Screwdriver Woman. Would you watch that? This show has hit all the boxes that make a show great. This might be a top 3 anime for me because how they did everything was absolutely superb. Watching the show is like getting a blowjob while eating pancakes. It is that damn good. The show may be over right when I upload this video, but I just want to talk about how good this anime is. Let's kick off the story because so far, so good. The story is nothing too crazy. It's pretty simple, all things considered. So we're introduced to this broke boy who's pretty much enslaved into his own debt that his father created for him. He has to make money to not only pay off these mafia guys, but also to eat a breadcrumb for lunch. Safe to say that Denji is not living the most luxurious life. And not only that, Denji is as crazy as a schizophrenic homeless guy that you would see downtown. He's practically willing to do anything for money. He's willing to go down on his hands and knees to wash your floor. When he encounters a group of ghouls or zombies or whatever the hell you want to call them, they pretty much fuck his shit up. He gets mangled and thrown into a dumpster. But Porchta is willing to sacrifice his body and soul just for Denji to have a second chance. After merging with Porchta, Denji essentially becomes the Doomslayer. After that, shit goes downhill or uphill, depending on how you want to look at it. He meets Makima and the Devil Hunters. He is going to kill every devil on Earth, not because he hates them, but because he wants to grab some titties. Now that is a character I could get behind. And that is essentially the goal so far. After fucking shit up with power, he gets assigned to defeat the Gun Devil. But Makima uses one of her most intriguing tactics. She uses the power of his boner. From the hotel arc to getting shitted on by two villains on top of a rooftop restaurant. The story has been fast paced, yet intriguing at the same time. It does not feel rushed at all. It is moving at a great pace. Not only is the story great, but the characters is what I think makes this show extraordinary. It's so intriguing seeing all these different characters interact with one another because that makes for a great show. We get the batshit insane Denji and the equally batshit insane Power. Denji is fueled by his boner and also not living a life like he had before meeting the Devil Hunters. This guy is willing to go to hell to chop off the devil's nutsack to get a feel of a girl's areola. He may be stupid, but he knows what he wants. He is a very different protagonist than what we've usually been shown. Most anime protagonists want to become the best in the world to save their village or something, become Hokage, become Grand Wizard. I think that's KKK. But not Denji. He just wants to live a life where he's not eating used tampons from the dumpster. I'd say that he's one of the most relatable protagonists we've ever seen. Not relatable in the sense that he could turn into a fucking chainsaw, but relatable in the sense that he's just like a normal kid. He's a normal teenager just trying to get some action and live somewhere where he's not sucking dick for money. But what makes him so fun to watch is his lunacy. This guy lost his mind essentially when he was a child, just trying to make money for the mafia. He might go down as one of my favorite protagonists in any form of media. Power, a fiend. She's just as batshit as Denji, if not more. She's essentially doing this because she's forced to, otherwise they'll just kill her like a dog. She's one of the funniest characters on this show. There's really nothing much to say about Power. She's hot and she's a devil, and she's crazy. Now Makima is a very intriguing character. Like, we as the audience know, she's messing with Denji's mind by using the power of his boner against him. She's making him do all these crazy tasks for her. She's also a badass. The episodes that we do see her in, she's got something up her sleeve. I got a feeling she's gonna be a great character later on.
Sometimes it gets a little jammed. You just gotta force it. Oh, shit!
We then meet Aki. He's essentially the straight man of the group. He has to put up with both Power and Denji's lunacy. This guy is the leader of that shit group, and he has to put up with it all because he's got a thing for Makima, like every other guy in the show. So I'm very interested to see what's gonna happen with him next. Now Kobeni, I'm not gonna lie, she's super annoying, especially in that hotel arc episode. I heard she grows from that, and we've seen that in an episode or two later. I hated her so much in that hotel episode. Like in the first 20 minutes of being stuck in that hotel, she was going straight for Denji's throat. I got a sour taste in my throat just by watching that episode. She did avenge herself later on in the season, but I don't know, she's gotta do something crazy in order for me to like her. We then get introduced to Himano, a pirate. She made love to Denji's mouth with her vomit. I love what they did with that character later on in the season. I don't really want to spoil that much in this video, but she plays a pivotal role in these characters' lives. Even the villains, we only get to see like a couple minutes with them, but they have such a presence about them. I want to talk quickly about the animation, because it's great. I don't know what people are on about. They're complaining about the CGI, which honestly I don't even notice half the time I'm watching the show. The only time I noticed it was when he was killing all these zombies. It did look a little funky then, but I haven't noticed the CGI since then. I can tell that they put all of their time and effort into animating the show because it looks stunning. Every ounce of passion went into making the show. They did not slack on the animation part. There's an ass hair load of gore in this show. Somebody's getting mangled in at least one episode. It's on par with iBlech on Reddit. I swear to God, I see a ball sack every time somebody dies.
Oh, shit!
They put their best people on making these animations. You notice details that they didn't even really need to do. They're just there in the background that if you notice them, you'll be like, wow. The attention to detail on this show is absurd. The fight scenes are incredible to watch. This isn't a slideshow presentation. They put a lot of their best people on animating those fight scenes. Like the rooftop scene, for example. That was just extraordinary to watch. It's like they got the John Wick director directing these anime characters. They nailed everything in what makes a great anime fight. This is also a funny show too, but not funny in the way you think. They're not cracking jokes every 2 minutes like it's Seinfeld.
Nothing. It's nothing. It's a stupid holiday my father invented. It doesn't exist.
Happy Festivus, Georgie.
More in the sense of like, you're watching the reactions of these characters. Like, Kobeni's talking about killing Power, and Power's over there egging her on. The show gets a chuckle from me every episode. And that's credit to the writing. The writing is so good in the show. And have to contribute that to the lunatic that is his author. You have to be crazy to make something this good. The amount of horniness that this show has makes watching porn like you're watching Blue's Clues. I swear, I see a titty getting groped every other episode in the show. The Makima scene, for instance, I've never seen so much horniness tension packed into a scene like that. That scene was as intense as it gets. Watching that scene will make an erectile dysfunction man's penis go up. I mean, we see Denji almost have a heart attack. Then there's the power scene with Denji. Albeit that's a lot more crude, it's still pretty hot. We see this man go all 5 stages with these women. There's also the scene with Himano, where he's about to get laid, but he turns it down because he wants to get with Makima. Denji gets groomed more times than a squirrel gets his nut. Everybody is using this horn dog. This show is so horny, but that's what makes it so intriguing. It's like you're in anime and you're watching a hentai all the way through just for the plot. The amount of love that this anime has is just incredible to witness. From not only the animation studio, but the fans as well. I mean, this has got the most amount of buzz I've ever seen an anime get. It feels like everybody and their dementia grandma is watching this show. They put all their love and care into this project. It's like they have like a 5-hour sex session with each episode. They are making sure they're taking care of this woman. The endings, for example, they didn't have to give each ending its own song. and special animation to go with it. But they did. They love this project so much that they've needed to add that. And this isn't just some LA rapper songs that you throw away the moment you get. These are some bangers that they're producing. So far, my favorite might be Ending 5, but I'd have to go back and listen to them all again because they're all so good. I swear there's a big ass smile on my face every time I see those endings. They are that good. And I already mentioned the attention to detail in every episode. But if you go back and watch the backgrounds, you'll notice something new every time. I also love that they were given no restrictions. Like, they say fuck more than a 12-year-old kid on Call of Duty. There's no censorship on the gore, so they're gonna go balls to the walls with it, which I absolutely love. Although they did censor the vomit, which I thought was kind of like a meme on their part, but I guess you can't show vomit. But ultimately, this was just a passion project all the way through from its inception. Like, they truly did want to create a great anime that people will remember and cherish for the rest of their lives. Like, this was not a rushed anime that they're just trying to get some shekels from. They put all their best staff and talent into this show alone. And I'm so excited to see how the story unfolds. It's going to be a blast to watch. But right now, for season 1, I'd give this a 9.9 out of 10. This is truly an extraordinary show. Leave a like and subscribe. That pretty much sums it up. Peace out. Have fun.